हेलो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब अच्छे होंगे। द वर्नास फ्रॉम द बुक थिंक लाइक अ मॉन्क, रिटन बाय जय शेट्टी। चैप्टर 5 पर्पस, पार्ट 3। The four varnas are the guide, the leader, the creator, and the maker. These labels aren't directly tied to specific jobs or activities. Sure, certain activities bring us pleasure because they fulfill our dharma. But there are many different ways to live in our dharma. Our guide, as you will see on page 112, is compelled to learn and share knowledge. You could be a teacher. Dharma profiles. The leader, the four varnas, the leader, the maker, the guide, the creator, or a writer. A leader likes to influence and provide that, but that doesn't mean you have to be a CEO or a lieutenant. You could be a school principal or shop manager. A creator likes to make things happen. This could be in a startup or in a neighborhood association. A maker likes to see things tangibly being built. They could be a coder or a nurse. Remember the gunas, tamas, rajas, and sattva. Ignorance, impulsivity, and goodness. For each of the varnas, I described that their behavior looks like in each gun mode. We strive toward sattva through letting go of ignorance, working in our passion, and serving in goodness. The more time we spend in sattva, the more effective and fulfilled we become. Creators, originally merchants, business people. Today, marketers, salespeople, entertainers, producers, entrepreneurs, CEOs, skills, brainstorming, networking, innovating. Make things happen, can convince themselves and others of anything. Great at sales, negotiation, persuasion. Highly driven by money, pleasure, and success. Very hardworking and determined. Excel in trade, commerce, and banking. Always on the move. Work hard, play hard. Mode of ignorance. Become correct and sell things with no value, lie, cheat, steal to sell something. Beaten down by failure. Burned out, depressed, moody due to overwork. Mode of impulse, status driven, dynamic, charismatic, and captivating. Hustler, goal oriented, tireless. Mode of goodness, use money for greater good, create products and ideas that make money but also serve others, provide jobs and opportunities for others. Makers, originally artists, musicians, creatives, writers. Today, social workers, therapists, doctors, nurses, schools, COOs, heads of human resources, artists, musicians, engineers, coders, carpenters, cooks. Skills, inventing, supporting, implementing. Mode of ignorance, depressed by failure, feel stuck and unworthy, anxious. Mode of impulse, explore and experiment with new ideas, juggle too many things at the same time, lose focus on expertise and care, focus more on money and results. Mode of goodness, driven by stability and security, generally content and satisfied with the status quo. Choose meaningful goals to pursue. Work hard but always maintain balance with family commitments. Best right hand man or woman. Lead team gatherings. Support those in need. Highly skilled at manual professions. Connections. Makers and creators complement each other. Makers make creators focus on detail, quality, gratitude, and contentment. Creators help makers think bigger, become more goal oriented. Guides, originally and today. Teachers, guides, gurus, coaches, mentors, skills, learning, studying, sharing knowledge and wisdom. A coach and a mentor, no matter what role they play, want to bring out the best in the people in their life. Value knowledge and wisdom more than fame, power, money, security. like having space and time to reflect and learn, want to help people find meaning, fulfillment, and purpose, like to work alone, enjoy intellectual pursuits in their spare time, reading, debate, discussion. Mode of ignorance. Don't practice what they preach. Don't lead by example. Struggle with implementation. Mode of impulse. Love to debate and destroy others' arguments. Use knowledge for strength and power. Intellectual curious. Mode of goodness. Use the knowledge to help people find their purpose. Aspire to better themselves in order to give more. Realize knowledge is not theirs to use alone, but that they are here to serve. Leaders. Originally kings, warriors. Today, military, justice, law enforcement, politics. Skills, governing, inspiring, engaging others. Natural leaders of people, movements, groups of families, directed by courage, strength, and determination. Protect those who are less privileged. Lead by higher morals and values and seek to enforce them across the world. Provide structures and frameworks for the growth of people. Like to work in teams. Great at organization, focus, and dedication to a mission. Mode of ignorance. Give up on change due to corruption and hypocrisy. Develop a negative, pessimistic viewpoint. Lose moral compass in drive for power. Mode of impulse. Build structures and frameworks for fame and money, not meaning. Use their talents to serve themselves, not humanity. Focus on short-term goals for themselves. Mode of goodness. Fight for higher morals, ethics, and values. Inspire people to work together. Build a long-term goals to support society. Connections. Guides and leaders complement each other. Guides give wisdom to leaders. Leaders give structure to guides. The point of the varnas is to help you understand yourself so you can focus on your strongest skills and inclinations. Self-awareness gives you more focus. When I look at my guide tendency, it makes sense to me that I succeed when I focus on strategy. Creators and makers are better at implementation, so I have surrounded myself with people who can help me with that. A musician might be a maker driven by security. In order to succeed, they might need to be surrounded by strategies. Invest in your strengths and surround yourself with people who can fill in the gaps. When you know your varna, your passion and skills, and you serve with that, it becomes your dharma. Try this. ये दोस्तों मैं शॉर्ट में डालूंगी, आप वहाँ से ज़रूर देख लीजिए. Test drive your dharma. The Vedic personality test helps you begin to see your varna, but just like a horoscope, it can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. It's up to you to test these varnas in the real world through exploration and experimentation. If your varna is leader, try to take on that role at work or by organizing your kid's birthday party. Do you genuinely take joy in the process? Think about the level of awareness we have when we eat something. We immediately do a sense check and decide if we like it, and we wouldn't have trouble rating it on a scale of 1 or to 10 if asked to do so. Furthermore, we might have different feelings about it the next day. When I have my favorite chocolate brownie sundae on a Sunday night, I feel pretty happy about it, but by Monday morning I no longer think it. Was the best thing in the world to put in my body. With both immediate and long-term reflection, we form nuanced opinions about whether we want to make that food part of our regular diet. All of us do this with food. We do it when we leave a movie theater. Did you like it? And same of us do it on. Same of us do it on Yelp. But we don't think to measure our compatibility with and taste for how we spend our time. When we get in the habit of identifying what empowers us, we have a better understanding of ourselves and what we want in life. This is exactly what we are going to do to refine our understanding of our varna. The first and most critical question to ask when you are exploring your varna is, did I enjoy the process? Test the description of your varna against your experience to pinpoint what you enjoyed about it. Instead of saying, I love taking pictures, find the root of it. Do you like helping families put together a Christmas card that makes them proud? Guide. Do you like to document human struggles or other meaningful situations in order to promote change? Leader. Or do you love the technical aspects of lighting, focus, and developing film? Maker. As monks, every time we completed an activity or thought exercise like the ones in this book, we ask ourselves questions. What did I like about them? Am I good at it? Do I want to read about it, learn about it, and spend a lot of my time doing it? Am I driven to improve? What made me feel comfortable or uncomfortable? If I was uncomfortable, was it in a positive way, a challenge that made me grow, or a negative way? This awareness. Try this में shorts में डालूंगी. Gives us a much more nuanced view of where we thrive. Instead of sending us on one and only one path, that awareness opens us to new ways we can put our passions to use. Embrace your dharma. Our heads might try to convince us that we have only ever made the best choices. But our true nature, our passion and purpose isn't in our heads, it's in our hearts. In fact, our heads often get in the way of our passions. Here are some of the excuses that we use to close our minds. I am too old to start my own business. I will be responsible of me to take this change. I can't afford to do this. I already know that. I have always done it in this way. That way won't work for me. I don't have time. Past belief, false or self-deceiving, sneak in to block our progress. Fears prevent us from trying new things. Our egos get in the way of learning new information and opening ourselves to growth. More of this in English in chapter 8. And nobody ever has time for change. But miracles happen when you embrace your dharma. Growing up, Joseph Campbell had no model of a career that fit his diverse interest. As a child in the early 1900s, he became fascinated by Native American culture and studied everything he could about it. During college, he became entrenched with the rituals and symbols of the Catholicism. While studying abroad, his interest expanded to include the theories of Jung and Freud, and he developed an interest in modern art. Back at Columbia, Campbell told his dissertation advisors that he wanted to blend Asian stories about the Holy Grail with ideas in art and psychology. They rejected that idea. He abandoned work on his thesis. And in 1949 found a job teaching literature at Sarah Lawrence College, which he held for 38 years. Meanwhile, he published hundreds of books and articles and did a deep dive into ancient Indian mythology and philosophy. But it was the hero with 1,000 faces that he first discussed his groundbreaking ideas about what he called the hero's journey, a concept that established Campbell as one of the foremost authorities on mythology and human psyche. As someone who followed his dharma, it's no surprise that Joseph Campbell is the original source of the advice. Follow your bliss. He wrote, now I came to this idea of bliss because in Sanskrit, which is the great spiritual language of the world, there are three terms that represent the brink. The jumping off place to the ocean of transcendence, Sat, Chit, Ananda. The word Sat means being. Chit means consciousness. Ananda means bliss or rapture. I thought, I don't know whether my consciousness is proper consciousness or not. I don't know whether what I know of my being is proper being or not, but I don't know where my rapture is. So let me hang on to rapture, and that will bring me both my consciousness and my being. I think it worked. If you follow your bliss, he said, doors will open for you and wouldn't have opened for anyone else. Protective instincts hold us back or steer us toward practical decisions. Campbell didn't teach literature for 38 years, but we can see past them and follow our dharma if we know what to look for. यहाँ पे दोस्तों हम लोग ब्रेक लेंगे, कल कंटिन्यू करेंगे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में धर्मा इज़ ऑफ द बॉडी. बाय फॉर नाउ फ्रेंड्स.